what we'll do, so the things that will change from the previous games, we'll still have the normal 3 votes. You cannot nominate or second twice in a row. However, the same person can be nominated twice in a row, just by different people. So the bodyguards are on. We will still have the 2-team bodyguards plus the werewolf scouts, and the same win conditions. The villagers win when all the werewolves are killed. The werewolves win when they achieve parity. The bodyguards win if all bodyguards of the other team are killed and the werewolves are killed. Exactly the same. The big difference this time is that the bodyguards will wake up individually, separately, so you will not know who the other bodyguards are, and you will not know what they have done. However, the same rules still apply for protection. If only one bodyguard protects a person and they are attacked, they are protected. If 2 bodyguards from the same team protect somebody and nobody else, and that player is attacked, they are protected. If equal amounts of opposing team protect a player and they're attacked, they are not protected. If unequal amounts attack, then the team that has the most protects that player. The difference will be now is the werewolf spy is going to wake up before the werewolves kill and will be shown the names of the people who are being protected. You will not be shown who protects that person. You will just be shown the names of the people who are being protected.
But do they know if it's successful or not, or is
well,
it
it's before the werewolves attack.
But do they know like attempts, or do they know if it's successful? That's my question.
They will just see names, so they will not know if it's successful or not. Okay. Then the wolves can choose to kill people, and then after that, I will wake up the werewolf spy again and say, "Do you want to protect, or do you want to write?" They will have the option of protecting one of those people, so that it can help them possibly in a kind of bluff.
Yeah.
And they will just have to write down the name of the person who they want to protect. If there's multiple, they can choose one. I think everything else is exactly the same.
Can the same person get nominated twice in a row?
Yeah, so the same person can get nominated twice in a row this time.
How, like, are you gonna call them like Flavina A?
That's a very good question. I didn't. I need to specify to the bodyguards whether you're the first one or the second one. That's a very good point. I forgot to do that. Sorry. I will. Yeah. So have a chat for a second, because I will message the bodyguards whether they are bodyguard 1, 2, or whatever, and I also have to answer a couple of questions in chats. Okay. So just have a chat amongst yourselves.
Does that mean we're allowed to talk about who we protect?
I think this time you can, because it's not. People can't back you up on it.
Yeah. No one can, say yes, Victoria did protect Flick or something.
Yes.
And I think the other thing I will do also to make it a bit more interesting is I will say a bodyguard has tied. I will not say what team they are on, because I think that's also gives a bit more takes away a little bit of information.
And how did the team possibly figure out what bodyguard team they're on? You'd never be able to figure out who your teammate is, right?
Well, if you say in public, say somebody died that you protected in public, you know that somebody on the opposing team protected them as well.
Right. Okay. But they wouldn't necessarily come out as bodyguards, so you'd have no idea who it was.
No.
Right.
Basically, I think it was a bit too hard on the wolves last time, so I'm making it harder on the village this time. We'll see what happens. Right. Are we all good to go? Okay, then everybody sleep. Mute. Okie dokie. I'll do the same thing as I did last time, just so I can say hello to you, to be friendly. So first of all, bodyguard Schlaweiner number 1, please wake up and thank you very much. Say hello and go to sleep. Bodyguard Schlaweiner number 2, please wake up and say hello. Thank you very much. Good. The main reason I do this is just to check that only one person wakes up, and it usually works. apart from last time. Okay, Bodyguard Tator number 1, please wake up. Excellent. And Bodyguard Tator number 2, please wake up. No. And let's have all those nasty wolves wake up. Nasty wolves, there should be that many of you. Go to sleep. And then let's have that werewolf scout wake up, the sneaky little one. Hello, sneaky one. You may go back to sleep. I like the fact that when I wave at people, they feel obliged to wave back to me. It gives me power. Anyway, Seer, you may wake up. Seer, do something useful. Thumbs up means you've done something useful and found a werewolf. Thumbs down means you're a waste of space. Okay. Let's try this again. Everybody may wake up. I am dead. Bah!
I'm
So-
so glad I knew that.
So Simon, let the winds blow.
Yes.
So Simon said he wakes up every roll on night 0 to check if only one person wakes up, but he didn't notice George waking up.
Yeah,
when
I'm
Victoria
so sorry,
woke up.
guys.
So
I
Simon,
thought
what are you
everybody wakes up
doing?
At night. We're gonna have to rewrap.
Did you do it again, George?
I did with every single one of you.
But have you noticed that only one person wakes up every night, and it's Simon?
I am dead though, so it is a ghost roll, so that is why.
Oh.
Where's Joseph at?
Joseph
Yeah,
is lucky in this one.
Next time you play Joseph's game, say if he's the moderator, actually, Joseph, you know, you are a ghost.
I don't mind trolling it.
Did someone
Jerry.
see?
Oh,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Jerry, did you get werewolf a 3rd time in a row?
I was not that lucky. No, I'm just a plain villager.
So are you on path?
You don't have Anna here this time to check you day 1.
Did we have a lucky seer who wants to say something, or?
Or is he or she a waste of space? Not my words, not my words, not my words.
Who said? Whose words are they?
Simon's.
Oh,
Simon's.
Nice bit of backpedaling there, Lucas. It's like,
Yeah, sure. Blame the dead guy.
Blame the dead guy, yes.
Can't slander the dead.
Yes, we can. That's fun.
So no
Just-
lucky C, I guess.
I was just going to reiterate something that was said earlier. Is I much do prefer like half of the people on here being female. It's much better to stare at the screen.
Oh.
5 kids is fine.
It's
That was a
good job.
compliment. That was a compliment to all the
Good job,
ladies.
Simon.
It's a good job I put my makeup on today.
Timothy, can I just relate? If you're calling me a lady, you really want to backtrack that statement.
Yeah, you have to wait until she's not.
Especially after the game.
Timothy, what's wrong with looking at my face? I feel very offended.
It's the head, George. It's
Oh.
the head. It's the head.
I might start having a werewolf game with like a swear box, and like each time you swear, like a villager dies or something like that.
Oh,
No, Jerry would kill us all.
yeah.
Within the first sentence. That'd be awesome if I'm a wolf. Do it. That would be the fastest game werewolf ever.
When they give it 5 seconds with about 10 swear words.
More like 3 seconds with 20.
Yeah.
And the werewolves reach parity. Oh no, they are now outnumbered the village. Oh, sorry, there are no villagers remaining.
I mean, that would depend though on, I think, culturally specific swear words, because they got bollocks into Star Trek because people didn't realize.
I can swear in different languages.
So can I.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, not wishing to sidetrack us at all, but I died and you don't seem too
Yeah,
bothered
let's-
about it.
No one cares.
Do you
Yeah,
please
we
try
should
and
probably
then
start
fight-
playing the game. You called one of us waste of space, so Simon, sorry if we don't care about you.
Here's a suggestion. Since we have, if we're assuming, I'm guessing like this year didn't get any good information, and there's a lot of bodyguards in the game who will have a good chance of saving people tomorrow, we should just go to sleep is my idea. Because I don't have anything from anybody. I mean, because we're pretty off topic, and like I don't have any reads, and I think we can get a lot of information tomorrow. Like, I mean, there would. I feel like the game hasn't really begun yet, and if we don't have like if the seer doesn't have like a werewolf,
Good job,
then
Graham.
I
or
don't know
Josh
what
on
to
it.
go on.
Good job, Josh and Graham, because they would have nominated you for that sentence by now.
But wouldn't it
Yeah.
make sense to use the time that we have?
Yeah, sure. If we want to start nominating.
I nominate Jesse.
Is there a second for Jesse? Okay. I
Oh
see,
my god.
I see Jerry's.
There you
So,
go, you.
That went
Um,
pear-shaped quickly.
Lucas nominated Jesse. I see. Out of all the other seconds, I saw Jerry's first. So, do you want to give any reasons, Lucas, or?
Yes. When he was on a good team, he didn't want us to go to sleep so early. Now, as a werewolf, he wants us to go to bed.
Okay, Jesse,
I mean,
would you like?
he can defend himself.
Thank you. I know he can defend himself.
I'll allow it.
Jesse, despite what Lucas says, I will now let you defend yourself.
I was just trying to rein us in, not rein us, right? Rein us in. Jerry is going bananas, and I think she just seconded me because I stopped the discussion about swearing, so that's why I think she's upset with me. I feel like it's early. I don't know if people are getting reads or anything, and with all these roles, it's hard to. I'm not that great at like social reads. Well, sometimes, but I think it's more in a traditional game where there's wolves and villagers. We have 5 bodyguards, and one of them's bad. I'm sure, like, and we have 2 separate dueling bodyguard teams, so it's like there's a lot more at play with people, like why they may be acting a certain way or something. So I just was thinking we're gonna get a lot more information tomorrow, and like I'm okay being up and I'm okay being questioned, but I don't have a lot to go on, and I'm just thinking I'm more focused now too because I'm done with work. I stopped work at 5, so if I seemed a little bit distracted in the last game or in the beginning of the first game, that's why. So I'm now like, this is my focus. That's why I might have said that.
Okay. Thank you very much, Jesse. Right, voting for Jesse. Thumbs up means yay, don't kill him. Thumbs down means boo, kill. So 3, 2, 1, vote. I see 1, 2, 3 thumbs down, but that is not enough.
Oh, that's the werewolf team sorted then.
Yeah, so just
There they are.
Nope.
sorry. Why do people vote down? It's the first to vote usually because we're just here for information. So just is there something?
I'll go first on. A, whole like let's go to sleep thing, and B, that was a really rambling defense, and he never said he was on the team village.
Andy wanted us to go to sleep.
I am on Team Village.
I mean, not to speak too much on behalf of Jesse, but to be fair, in the last game we did have a seer come out day 1 and say that's the werewolf, so that was a good reason to kill somebody. Like we had the information, whereas this time there's no seer coming out, so it's like, what else is there to go on?
No.
I agree with Jesse. I mean, his defense was poor, but we do have 4 bodyguards. We don't have to kill anybody.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Like,
Yeah.
Your defenses are normally a lot more concise.
I don't feel
well, it's so early, and I don't have anything to go on.
I know, but you kept talking and talking.
I think the argument he's making is pretty valid. I don't see any
very
kind
sound,
of problem with that. It's just I think that we should still sort of nominate because there's always a chance that we gain something from it, and just going to sleep doesn't give us that opportunity. So.
And I don't think that his defense was bad. I mean, he rambled, but it seemed genuine. And that's what I'm going off of mostly. Like he rambles a lot too sometimes when he's a villager. I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm doing it too. So it felt genuine to me. So
Victoria, any thoughts? Oh, sorry, Chris. I thought
I'm so confused because my computer just got like my internet went out and I came back and now everybody's in a different order and Jesse was like in the middle and now I'm just like so confused by everything. But anyways, I didn't trust what Jesse had to say. I don't know what you guys said when I was not here, but I didn't really trust what Jesse had to say at all.
I just don't understand why, like, jumping like 3 seconds into the day. Well, it was a longer day, but it's because we talked about nothing. But why jumping in so quickly without talking about things, saying that we shouldn't kill someone during the day when we, like, it just kind of sounds like you're wanting your werewolf buddies to get a chance to get a kill before we do anything. I also am kind of suspicious of all the people who continued the conversation that was very not contributing to the village. It was just like,
I was just having fun with it.
I
Are we going to
just
get another nomination?
just a quick thing. I was just trying to kind of get the game going, and I didn't
stop
feel
this.
comfortable pointing a particular person out at first, just because, I mean, I guess I should have, because it's first nomination, day one, like it really isn't harmful at that point, but I just didn't have any reads or anything. But
No, and you did stop us from rambling about other stuff. So.
Yeah.
I'll nominate
Jesse.
George.
Timothy nominates George. Is there a second?
I'll second just to keep it going.
Okay.
Jesse, I was on your team.
I don't distrust you.
Okay, Timothy, do you want to give a reason?
No, I don't know. Just something I've played now with George a lot, and something just seems off this time.
Okay, thanks, Timothy. George, would you like to give yourself a defense?
We in the Bodyguards for life. You let me down, Jesse. I am just a villager again, plain villager. This is my penance for disrupting the last game. I got the same role. So yeah, I'm not the worst person to kill. If you're that way inclined.
No questions. Right?
Okay. No. Okay, with that defense, you may now vote for George. Thumbs up to keep alive, thumbs down to kill. 3, 2, 1, vote. One down, and that's it. Okay. Carry on.
We just restarted the game for George. Are we really going to kill him?
I didn't like that defense, but I stand by my first thought that we shouldn't kill today.
I will just say, like, don't not kill me because I died early last game. Like, if you think I'm a wolf, you can kill me.
Yeah, I have a quick question for Timothy because I don't think we've played for. That's 2 that you voted down for, and I'm just wondering if that's, like, if anyone else here knows if that's a usual thing or if that's.
I did the same thing last game, and I was a plain villager.
Okay, but I mean just generally in gameplay.
I noticed he likes to. I think he's watched a lot of games on YouTube, and he generally doesn't like to not kill. But I mean, there's a lot of different variables. I'm not sure, Tim. Like, I don't know. I'm not really defending Timothy, but I think you watched a lot of Dice Tower, right? And usually not killing is kind of frowned upon in that games. And in those games, it's a lot. We played games yesterday with a Sasquatch and stuff. So I think maybe he's in that mindset. I don't know.
Okay, it's just because new faces are hard for me to kind of read. That was notable, and I just wanted to check.
No, that was totally fair, and I understand what Jesse's saying. Like, a lot of times I watch those Dice Tower games, and they want to make sure they kill, because if they don't, then the Sasquatch is going to give an extra werewolf. But in this case, like Jesse just saying, hey, let's just go to sleep and not kill someone, it just caught me off. That's why I voted down on him. And then George, I've now played, I don't know, 10, 11, 12 games with. It seems like he's in every game I've played. And he just seems
play that many, but yeah, sure.
Okay, so are we going to get that third nomination, please? Okay, then.
Yeah, like I will say, like, Bodyguards, like, don't feel free not to protect me. Like, if I get targeted, like, that's fine.
I'll nominate Jesse.
Victoria nominates Jesse. Is there a second? Jerry seconds. Okay, Victoria, do you want to give her any reasons?
I'm still suspicious of Jesse, and if people want to vote up, they can. We might as well get the last nomination in during the day.
Okay. Jesse, your defense.
I understand Victoria's point of view. I mean, but you have been very suspicious of me lately and been wrong, and you're wrong again unless you're a werewolf. However, and I think it would have been better to have someone else talk, because I'm probably just going to reiterate my same points. I hope you guys don't vote me down, because I feel like I would be helpful to stay in the game. I don't have a lot of suspicions yet. It's too early. We don't know that much at all. I think tomorrow we'll know a lot more. You shouldn't kill me. I'm not really suspicious of Victoria, though, even though she's suspicious of me, because in like the last 3 games where she was suspicious of me, she was a villager, I was a villager. I feel like I could be wrong about one of those, but I'm not bad. I'm on the village team, so you shouldn't vote me out. Yeah, don't vote me out.
Okay. Since we're going to be going to bed anyway, I will mute you all. Okay, voting for Jesse. 3, 2, 1, vote. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. 3 down is not enough. Jesse lives, but we'll go to sleep. Okay. First of all, please could my bodyguard Schlewiner number 1 wake up? And who would you like to protect? Thank you very much. Go to sleep. Bodyguard Schlewiner number 2, please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Thank you very much. Bodyguard to taunt number 1, please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Thank you very much. Go sleep. Bodyguard to taunt number 2, wake up. Who would you like to protect? Okie dokie. Thank you very much. Okay, and Werewolf Scout, wake up. Werewolf Scout, these are the names of the people who are being targeted. Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Werewolf Scout. Werewolf Scout, go to sleep. And werewolves, wake up. Werewolves, who would you like to kill? Okay, thank you very much. Okay, go to sleep. Okay, Werewolf Scout, you get to wake up yet again. Would you like to actually protect that kill, or would you like to let it happen? Okie dokie, thank you very much. Okay, and Seer, wake up. Seer, who would you like to know about? Okay, thumbs up, you found the werewolf. Thumbs down, you are a failure. Okay. Thank you very much, Seer. And everybody can wake up. And last night, Bodyguards didn't do a good job. Jesse died. Thank you very much, Jesse. Jesse was a villager.
Do we find out?
Jesse was the seer.
Do we find out if he was a bodyguard or not?
I will say bodyguards if they were on the bodyguard teams, but I won't say what team this time. Okay.
Okay, so I mean, I would like to know why Jerry was pushing so hard for Jesse. She seconded 2 times. She voted down on him.
Welcome back, Jesse.
That's fair. I got it wrong. Just the whole thing of no kill, and I didn't like his first defense, and I thought he was, but I was wrong.
I've never seen you this aggressive though.
I know, and I just.
But when she's aggressive, she's usually a villager. Yeah.
Well.
And I know in the dead chat I said I never nominate and I never second because that puts me at the thing. I was just like, I knew that would be picked up, but I just thought he was werewolf. And
I actually trust your misread, Jerry.
That's not a compliment, by the way.
I know. That's fine. I don't.
Who voted down?
I mean, the same goes for Victoria.
I mean, I didn't vote down when I heard him say what he said, but like, I did genuinely think he was a wolf.
But basically,
why? Though?
Because of the way he went about things, and now that I assume he was a seer, I think that he probably said he didn't want to killed that day because he wanted to be able to check that night and just get more information. Now it makes sense after fact, but like in the moment it didn't really make sense for me. I also am known to accidentally go after roles because I feel like people who play roles and people who play werewolves are both like acting different than normal villager, if that makes sense. But I don't know why would you vote down on him after he kind of made it clear he had a role?
Do you mean me?
No, you didn't vote down on him, did you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I think Jerry, Timothy, and Flick, I think.
Yeah, so I was in two minds on that one because I didn't like the first defense, but then the last thing, if sometimes people come out and say that they're a role kind of because they can avoid the chopping block, but also at the same time it's the third nomination, and I don't know. I wavered and then I voted down, but I wasn't.
But you're usually better than this, Flick.
Well, no, it's just on the third nomination. I normally do vote down because it's the third nomination, but this is the thing. Was it lots of people have come out and said their roles, and it seems unusual for a seer to come out in round one, but even then being on the chopping block, like there was.
I really thought he was going to be a bodyguard, actually.
Right.
It never came to my mind that he might have been this year.
Well, no, it sounded like he was coming out for role, but then it wasn't certain. And the problem is there, if he has been a seer, he knows that at least one person is clear, and there wasn't any sort of like, I'm very confident that, I feel, even if they're not saying I've cleared this person, there wasn't anyone like I trust specifically that person other than I think, was it Victoria?
I think that's what he was saying about Victoria.
No offense to Victoria, I don't think you're on my trust list yet, but like I wondered where that came from and if that was just meta from a previous game, and it was one of those things.
Sorry, did he say
I'm not convinced, but it's a third nomination.
Barbie?
Sorry, did he say he trusted Victoria or he didn't trust Victoria?
No, he said he trusted me. He
it
said
wasn't like
that
fully. Yeah, sorry.
He said he actually trusts me, even though he knows that I go after.
Yeah, because she nominated him, I think.
But I mean, does that mean I don't know. It sounded like meta from a previous game. I'm just probably overthinking things here, but it sounded like meta from a previous game. But
it could have been Jesse tried to hide the fact that he saw Victoria's good last night through kind of saying it like it was meta from another game. Like he was saying, okay, well, I kind of trust Victoria because this, without saying, oh, I'm the CM, I checked Victoria.
I did think that, but it was because there was the reference to the previous game, and
I would like if we could maybe hear a bit from Chris, and I feel actually also Lucas has been quiet again. If we could hear from you both a little bit.
Yeah, I don't suspect Victoria right now. Like I think she's more aggressive in her play when she's innocent. And I felt that her suspicion on Jessie was genuine, so she's not high on my list right now. I did find it a little suspicious that Timothy went so hard after George. It was a little out of left field. He didn't.
He also mentioned Jessie.
Yeah, there was not really a reason he gave, because George hadn't really done anything that game at all. So it was a little strange. I don't have any reads on other people yet. It's true, Lucas is quiet, but it's still very early in the game, so maybe that could change still. So Timothy is the only one where I'm
I agree.
Is there going to be a nomination, please?
Could I just ask Timothy real quick? So was it the suspicion on me because I was defending Jesse, and you kind of thought that Jesse was suspicious, so you thought me defending him is that kind of why, or was it just something I did?
That was a small part of it, but I'm an observant person, and most of the time I've played with you, you have not been a werewolf other than one time that I can remember, and you just seem to look a little bit different to me. I don't know.
That's fair. That's fair.
Two people highest on my list are Timothy and Flick.
Me, yeah. Tim, Flick, and I don't know about Jerry or Victoria, but Tim and Flick, I agree. I have them on my list as well.
I think Tim on mine, but like that's solely based off the double nomination at the start. But I don't know Tim, so
I think Tim, Flick, and Jerry are.
I'm 100% not a werewolf, but I won't tell you what I am.
So Tim, what do you think about Flick?
Well, everybody's suspicious of her, but
are you?
That's making me second guess it. I was not, and now everybody's saying that, and I'm starting to wonder.
Is there going to be a nomination, please?
I don't really suspect Flick, to be honest.
I nominate Timothy.
I second.
He's
Chris, you nominated Timothy. Chris nominated Timothy, and Barbie seconded. Chris, do you want to give a reason?
Yeah, I'm not convinced yet that he's evil, but he's highest up on my list.
Okay. Timothy, your defense?
Yeah, anybody who's played any games with me knows that I've never actually verbally said I promise something and lied about it, where I'm a preacher. And I promise you, I'm not a werewolf, 100%. I don't want to tell you what I am, but I'm not a werewolf.
Okay, thank you very much, Timothy. Those two for Timothy. Thumbs up, yay, keep alive. Thumbs down, no kill. 3, 2, 1, vote. 2 down. Okay, not enough.
3 down.
Carry on.
3 down.
3 down.
3?
3.
Who else?
Yeah,
Chris, Luciana, Victoria.
Yeah.
Oh, Victoria. Okay.
George, thank you for the thumbs up. I no longer suspect you.
I'm not sold, but
That's too easy though. I'm not sure about Tim.
I would only ask you, Timothy, to not abuse this I promise thing too much in Werewolf, because that's kind of game breaking.
Yeah, it is.
But
Yeah,
also the fact is people.
Can I just interrupt everyone as well? Also, Timothy, I don't know how, but you seem to be able to speak to my Siri on my phone. And when you said I'd like to thank George, she replied, "You're welcome." So I don't know what you did there, but that was quite.
It's part of my magical abilities.
Anyway, carry on. Sorry, but I would like another nomination. That would be fab.
Lucas, if you feel like that's game breaking, I won't do it anymore. But every time I've said that, I have told the truth.
I know,
Yeah,
and
but,
I believe you. That's the problem.
Timothy.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's exactly what is game breaking. So
there shouldn't be anything you should be able to say in a game that is it's like swearing on somebody's life. It's like it's not.
I didn't swear on anybody's life.
No, of course. I'm not equating those two. I'm just saying that it's like you can't say something that's going to, in the minds of the people, exude you from blame. You know, or not blame, but evil.
Unless, to be fair, it hasn't. I'm not convinced.
Yeah, I'm still not convinced. But if he is a villager, then every time he says "I promise," I know that he's a villager, and that's what makes it a bit game breaking.
I agree.
Okay, I won't ever do it again.
For the record, Timothy, I don't think you're evil. Sorry, evil is a bad word.
So George, who do you think is evil then? You don't think it's Flick? You don't think it's Timothy? Who is it then?
I think it could be Barbie.
That's
has
random.
A natural suspicion of me.
Yeah, so why?
I don't know really. I think it's nothing I can put words into, but I think it's just because I can see, like, you see kind of people eyeing each other up, and I think Barbie as a wolf just goes right under that radar, and I think it should be Barbie.
Nominate Barbie.
Is there a second? George seconds. So Lucas nominates George seconds. Lucas, do you want to give any reasons?
I trust George.
Okay, thank you. Barbie, your defense, please.
Yes. So I will try to do this better than last game. So I am inclined to actually trust Jerry because she seemed to have so much fun when we started the game, and at least in the games that were like a while ago, she was usually more quiet when she was a bad role. But then of course the downvote with Jesse. But I think like in the first day we all just didn't really know that much. I was very suspicious of Timothy because he was so pushy on the first day. Granted, he was that also in the previous game, but I felt like then when he started talking about the Sasquatch, I was thinking that he's trying to somehow deflect. So that had me suspicious. I actually thought that Jesse's logic was fine, and I was really sure that he was like a bodyguard, but then when he didn't get revealed as a bodyguard, so I think the implication then must mean that he's the seer, or he was the seer. Yeah, I think it's perfectly fine that George is suspecting me because he has been in a lot of games lately where I have been evil, so I don't really hold that against him. Other than that, I really don't know. Luciana is a question mark for me. Flick, I don't know yet. I would like to see if she stays alive because that's usually a tell for me. And yeah, Lucas is quiet again, but yeah, again, he could be a bodyguard. I'm on the village team and I would prefer if you kept me around. And that's the whole spiel.
Yeah, thank you very much, Barbie. That was a whole spiel.
Sorry, what nomination is this?
Second.
This is number 2. Okay, voting for Barbie. Thumbs up to keep alive, thumbs down to kill. 3, 2, 1, vote. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. Okay, not enough. But I would need that third nomination pretty soon, please.
I'm gonna nominate Flick.
Okay, Luciana nominates Flick. Is there a second?
Can't.
Me neither.
I was
3,
surprised you didn't.
Chris.
5, 4.
Chris nominated.
Chris seconded.
You seconded.
Chris
Sorry.
seconded, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I mean the reason I think whenever Flick is a wolf, she starts rambling. I feel like that's what she did in her when she was explaining herself. And she voted down on Jesse, who was good. So it's just a combination of things that I noticed.
Thank you very much, Luciana. Flick, your defense, please.
Like, I know what team I'm on. I can understand why some of that probably doesn't look right, but you know, I am on the village team. When I was talking there, it's simply because I've been typing down notes here and I've been trying to get information out. Partly because I'm also trying to change the meta around me a little, because the whole idea that if I'm alive at the end of the game, I'm inherently bad, or that I'm some sort of like psychic reader or something like that is a little annoying. So I have changed up a little in my style in previous games. So like, I think there was an entire game where I was like, pretty sure that person's a werewolf, but I never actually called them out as a werewolf because I wanted the village to. I mean, don't get me wrong, if it gets me killed a couple of games, that's fine, because I'm usually dead in the first few rounds anyway. But mostly I just kind of want to change things up. So use my information as you will. But I have a hamster here, which I've been enjoying cuddling in between games. So it would be nice to stay, but the only downside is obviously you'd be losing a villager, but you've got bodyguards and they're kind of villagers, kind of.
Okay, thank you, Flick. Muting because it is the last one of the day. Up to yay, keep alive, down to go, kill. 3, 2, 1, vote. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, 4 down, 5 down. Let me double check that because that is close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. 5 down out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 is enough to kill. Flick has been killed. And
it's a hamster, so I'll see y'all later.
I fear for the hamster because Flick was a werewolf. I hope she's not going to munch on it. Does mean the wolves get to attack twice tonight, though. Okay, but everyone go to sleep. And first of all, could the Schlawiner #1 bodyguard please wake up? Okay, thank you very much, Schlawiner #1. And Schlawiner #2, please could you wake up? Who would you like to protect? Just so remember, you can't protect the same person twice in a row. Okay, thank you very much. Go to sleep. And Tatort #1 bodyguard, please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Okay, thank you very much. And Tatort #2, who would you like to protect? Thank you very much. Go to sleep. Okay, and Werewolf Scout, please wake up. These are the names of the people who are being protected. Okay. Thank you very much, Werewolf Scout. I will see you in a bit. And werewolves, who would you like to kill? Remember, you can attack twice today. Okay, thank you very much. Werewolf Scout, waking up again. Would you like to protect either of those people? Okay, thank you very much. And go to sleep. And Seer, wake up. It's time to prove your worth. Who would you like to know about? Okay. Thank you very much, Seer. And go to sleep. Right. And everyone can wake up. And last night, Luciana was killed. Luciana was a bodyguard. Okay.
Who still alive voted up for Flick on that vote?
I did.
I did.
And
It's
George.
Barbie,
Sure.
George also did.
Barbie, Jerry, and who?
George. Barbie, you are now top of my list. And George,
You
you're
know,
second.
the irony of this is that you're completely off my list, Lucas.
Thanks.
But I guess it doesn't mean anything to you.
How many bodyguards have we left?
One.
I mean, one was
three.
announced at
Three,
least.
Three. Yeah.
Oh, George, why did you vote up?
Yeah, I don't know. I had it completely wrong. I trusted Flick. I got it
I
wrong.
know.
Yeah. I know, right?
You trusted
That's
twice.
the thing. That's the thing with me now. I mean, if you think that I got, well, obviously you know that I got Flick wrong, so you probably should trust Barbie more because I thought Barbie was a wolf so bad.
No, Barbie also got it wrong.
I voted
also
up, but to be honest, if I would have been a wolf, I would have never voted up on that because I did think there was a lot of suspicion on her. But I just felt like on the chance that she is good, I would not want to vote her out. Like I was willing to give it one more day to see. I would have not. I just was not sure enough that she was bad. I mean,
so you wanted to go a second day without killing in a 10-person village with 3 werewolves and all of them
that
cops?
it wasn't the third vote. It was the second vote, right?
It was the third.
It was the third vote?
Yes. We need to
What's
kill
the
some
third vote?
up on
Okay,
Flick.
then
So,
scratch everything I just said.
so I mean,
I'm still very suspicious of Timothy.
I
And
was
think
voted down on
Timothy
Flick, and
voted-
that was deciding vote.
I think Timothy voted down on every single person so far.
No, he didn't vote
And
down on
you weren't
himself
the
or Barbie.
deciding vote, Timothy. I was the deciding vote. Lucas was the deciding vote. Chris was the deciding vote. So there's
Everyone.
like no
Everyone.
difference between you being the deciding vote and all of the rest of us.
Fair enough, but all I'm saying is, if had I voted up, she would still be alive.
Does that mean me, Lucas, Chris, and I think Jerry voted down?
I voted up. No,
Or
I
all
voted up.
cleared? Oh.
I got it wrong.
Does that mean me, Lucas, and
Y'all
Chris
can
are
kill
cleared?
me if you want to, but I mean, then you have less protection at night.
No, I'd rather kill Barbie or George than Timothy.
So I just add two things on that. I think that's fair that you suspect me and Barbie, but I wouldn't. I don't think I would like what's the word? Pin my clothes to the flag. Like I wouldn't come after Barbie if she was my fellow wolf like that, because it kind of did come out of the blue. And also, in terms of like killing on the third nomination, like I'm not going to vote down to kill somebody if I think they're good, because I understand the point about killing and not killing people when it's like a 10-player game. But it's worse if we kill somebody who is good than if we get it wrong.
Good.
Yeah. So if I think they're good, I'm not going to vote down on them, even if it is on the last nomination.
I was kind of on the fence on George when he pushed against me, but actually the fact that he just said that, because that's kind of what's been going also through my head, actually makes me think it's not George.
Do you guys think we killed the werewolf spy because we only had one kill in the night? I mean, with this system, with everyone waking up on the surface, there's no reason for the werewolf spy to ever protect, right?
Yeah, I think not.
Why should the werewolf spy ever protect someone of us? Makes no sense.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I wanted to say it, Simon. So I don't think this system works if you give the werewolf spy both the ability to see all the protects and then even, well, actually no. Yeah, I think it's too strong, because then werewolves could always avoid the protects and just minimize the village.
I mean,
I think it's worth saying as well that I know, like, obviously me and Barbie come into some heat for voting on Flick, but I think we I can't remember what Barbie voted, but on the Jesse vote, for example, like I voted up for sure to save him, and there was other people who voted down who got that one wrong. So it's like, we've got people who have got one wrong each. So
I've got both wrong, and it's like, if you want to grasp me for that, that's fine.
So I have a simple question for Barbie, Jerry, and George. Why were you willing to not kill a second day in a row? Because we have 3 wolves. All of them are cubs. And if you don't kill for 2 days, I don't think we can even win. I'm not sure.
Jerry also voted to kill
Jesse.
Yeah.
I realize how my voting is going against me massively at the moment, but I got them both wrong. It's like I always want to believe in Flick because she is really good at bit of information, and I was hoping that she was good in this game. I got it wrong. I thought Jesse the first time was bad, and I was still convinced he was bad, so I wasn't going to turn my vote just because everyone else was like, I think he's good. I was going with my conviction, and I got it wrong, and I held my hands up. And if you want to kill me for that, then that's absolutely fine. I understand it, but
just to the point. Sorry, Flick. Barbie,
sorry, go ahead, George.
No, it's okay. I've talked a lot. You go.
I actually think that you're right. We should kill, but I also think that if you think on the third nomination someone just got quickly nominated and you are not convinced that they're bad, then it's really bad if you vote down on them, because then you really like speed up the game, like for the other team. So if I'm reasonably certain, I will vote down. But if I think there's especially if I suspect that in the nomination went too fast, then I will not vote down.
I agree with that. It doesn't mean that I trust Barbie, because I'm not sure, but I agree with that reasoning that you shouldn't vote down if you don't have an inkling that if you're sure they're not a werewolf, or If it
The
thinking or not.
problem is at some point there's a point where you just have to kill. Even if you think 80-90% he's good, you have to kill because you run out of time.
I think in response to what your point is, Lucas, I think the difference is between like how I play and how you play is that you are very like the percentage or like, the numbers you think it through and all that. I'm more like emotional when I'm deciding. Like if I believe somebody, even if it's against all the logic about how the numbers work, I'm going to vote up on them, and that's probably like that's why you probably win more games than I do.
Also, in this game we have bodyguards, so it's not really predictable if we at the disadvantage if we don't vote someone out.
That's true.
The problem is if we had the wolf spy, then we wouldn't have an advantage.
So we're saying that we have 3 bodyguards and 2 wolves left, correct?
Yeah, and I think we have got rid of the wolf spy.
Is there going to be a nomination, please?
Chris, I trust you. The problem is I'm running out of people I suspect if I trust you, so help me, please.
I also trust Chris and Lucas and myself.
I don't trust Timothy.
I trust Timothy.
I don't know.
Trusting doesn't sound like nominating. I don't know if people are misunderstanding what I'm saying. I didn't say who do you trust, who do you nominate.
I don't trust Timothy or Jerry. I know that Lucas is really caught between Barbie and George, but I've been a lot more focused on Timothy and Jerry.
Nominate.
I can see Jerry. Chris, I want you to nominate someone, please.
Oh, okay.
I nominate Barbie.
Chris nominates Barbie. Is there okay? 20 seconds. Okay, thanks very much, Chris. Do you want to give a reason?
I'm really at this point not super sure who I'm trusting or not, but I know that Barbie can be very analytical when she's bad, and she was earlier, so that it gave me wolfy vibes a little bit.
Okay, thank you. Barbie, your defense.
I'm on the village team. I would like to stay alive because I feel like I already might have been helpful, and I would like to continue to be helpful. I realize it looks very bad that I voted up for Flick, but I honestly really didn't think that she was bad. Obviously, I'm glad that other people are better at this sort of thing than me, because it's was about time that we caught a wolf. I am sure that Lucas is good at this point. Well, not 100%, but I feel reasonably confident that he is good. My thoughts are Timothy, because he now also again he seconded me so quickly. I'm not sure if he's just being a pushy villager or if he is being bad again. This is difficult for me to say because I just haven't played with you that much. So yeah, and I don't know. Other than that, I feel like Victoria and Jerry are kind of okay, but I don't know. And I kind of thought George too, but there has to be still 2 wolves.
You're
right?
running out of people too, yeah? You're running out of people too.
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm bad at this.
Okay, let's
First
vote
nomination.
for
first.
This is the first nomination, yes.
Yeah, I have the same problem. I'm running out of people.
Right, voting for Barbie, up to keep alive, down to kill. 3, 2, 1, vote. 1 down, 2 down. 2 down is not enough. Carry on.
I like how the 2 people I'm most suspicious
I
of
know,
put it down.
I know.
Okay, the reason why I do that is because Barbie's very analytical when she is good, and she'll always be like, oh, I think this person is bad because of this person is bad because of this person is good because of this, and that's why I wrote it down.
I will vote down on anybody except for Chris, Lucas, or myself at this point, no matter what first, second, or third nomination.
That's very fair. The problem I have at the minute is that I was just about to counter nominate Chris because she was saying, oh, she agrees with everything me and Barbie were saying, and then she nominated Barbie, but then she voted up on Barbie, so I just don't know anymore.
I feel like this is maybe there isn't any wolves left and we're just going in a circle.
Also, you know, I don't have any special sus on you, Victor, but we are not including you in our suspicion because we think Jesse said he trusts you.
I'm going to nominate Victoria.
Timothy seconded Chris the last one.
He's
so
doing that so quickly again. This is bothering.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Tim nominated the last one, so he can't. So he seconded, so he can't.
Can you come back from the dead, please, Jesse, and clear it up?
Yeah, I would like that.
Just to eradicate any uncertainty in my mind, are you claiming that you're a bodyguard? Just so, because I thought you might be the seer if we were wrong about Jesse. So are you the bodyguard?
You asking me?
Yeah.
I am a bodyguard. I'm not going to
Right.
say which team.
That's fine. That's fine. I was just because I thought I was sure that Jesse was the seer, but I thought if we were wrong about that, I thought you were the other candidate to be seer.
No, I'm not the seer.
Also, the reason I trust Victoria is because it was, and I don't know, so pushing very hard against an innocent villager at the beginning seems it would give away a wolf. So I'm not sure this is a good wolf strategy.
You know
So
what I thought that was? I thought it
would
was a
love
bodyguard
a
trying to eliminate another bodyguard. To
nomination.
be honest.
I mean, I don't want to do this
Oh, go on,
above
Barbie.
anyone's head, but for me, I would probably nominate Timothy. Sadly.
Is that a nomination?
Just again, the quick nomination of Victoria, who I feel like, I mean, she isn't cleared in any means, but I feel.
I nominate Jerry.
Well, hang on a second. I think Barbie, that was a nomination, was it?
Was it?
Because Victoria seconded if it was a nomination.
I don't know, maybe.
Yes, no, Barbie.
Sure. I
Okay.
nominate
Barbie
Timothy.
nominates Timothy. Victoria seconds.
I'm sorry if I'm wrong.
Okay. Barbie, do you want to say any more, or?
I feel like I've said most of it. It's just the quick motions that kind of set the alarm a bit
I'll be
for
back
me.
in a bit.
And I think it would be so easy to say that you're a bodyguard at this point because people are not saying openly their teams and stuff like that. I just feel like, for me, that if I had to say someone who I thought could be a wolf, it would be you. But obviously, I don't know.
Okay. Thank you, Barbie. Timothy, do you want to give your defense?
Sure, I am 100% a bodyguard. Like I said, my main people I trust are Chris and Lucas. If you're a bodyguard, we don't know who's on what team, so you might not want to kill me because I could be your teammate, or my teammate could have been Luciana. I don't know, but I am a bodyguard, and I kind of like to bring suspicion on myself early on, and then get out of it, because if the village is suspecting me, then it's doubtful the werewolves would ever attack me, because why would they attack someone the village might end up killing themselves?
Okay. Thank you very much, Timothy. I think we'll wait for Lucas to get back before we vote.
Yeah. The problem is, Timothy, I think it's just sudden drawl. I think I just can't bring myself to distrust you ever. I just want, you have such a warm, lovely voice. I just can't bring myself to go against you at any point in time.
I've never lied to you, George.
He started saying that about me, and then it.
Come on now.
Turned.
I don't think I've ever heard that in the
Look, I have a
defense.
wife and 5 kids. I'm a bodyguard. I'm a preacher. You don't need me in the village.
Okay, so we voted up to save Timothy, and now we're voting to kill Lucas.
No, you don't.
Yes, nomination is this?
This is
Is
the
it
second
me?
nomination.
Second,
Okay. Up to keep Timothy alive, down to kill him. 3, 2, 1, vote. 2 thumbs down, and that's it. Okay.
Thank you all.
We'll need
I
that
nominate
third-
Jerry.
Is there a second for that? George seconds. Okay, so do you want to give reasons, Lucas?
Running out of people. Jerry's lowest on my list, sorry.
Okay, Jerry, your defense.
I'm honestly surprised. Try again. Sorry, tired. I'm honestly surprised I've lasted this long, but I am a villager and I am a plain villager. I have no role, not bodyguard, not a seer. I know I've got everything wrong in this game so far, so that goes and chucks me right up on top of the sus list. So if you vote to kill me, I understand that, but like I said, plain villager. I am Sister Tim. Chris, I don't know about. It's just like she's a very scary werewolf. Barbie, I always love to be able to think I can trust you 100%, but you're an incredibly scary werewolf. So, yeah. So.
Okay, it's the last vote of the day, so you can all be muted. Voting to kill Jerry or keep her alive. 3, 2, 1, vote. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, 4 down, 5 down. That is enough to kill Jerry, and Jerry was a villager. I will go to sleep. Okay, please could my Schlawiner number 1 wake up? Who would you like to protect? Schlawiner number 1. Bodyguard. Okay, thank you very much. Oh. Right, go to sleep. And my Schlawiner number 2, Bodyguard. Who would you like to protect? Thank you very much. And my, not my Schlawiner number 3, no, my Tatort number 1. Please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Thank you very much. Good sleep. And my Tatort number 2. Who would you like to protect? Okay. Thank you very much. And my Werewolf Scouts, wake up. These are the names of the people who are being protected tonight. Okay, thank you very much. Go to sleep. And please could my werewolves wake up? Werewolves, who would you like to kill? Okay, thank you very much. And wolves go to sleep. And please, with my werewolf scout wake up again? And would you like to protect that person that you're killing? Okay, thank you very much. Go to sleep. And Seer, wake up. Seer, who would you like to know about? Okie dokie. Thank you very much, Seer. Seer, go to sleep. Okay, and everybody can wake up. And last night there was another death. These bodyguards are pretty useless. Last night, Chris died, and Chris was a bodyguard.
I'm thinking it's pretty difficult for me to win now.
I knew Chris was good. I mean, I'm upset that she died.
I thought she was a werewolf. I mean, I've been absolutely horrible this game.
Lucas, you're the only person I trust. Who do you suspect?
Bobby.
It's not me.
So by the count, we've got what? So we've got two bodyguard, 2 werewolf left now.
Yes.
The villager, which is me.
Yes. So what are you, George?
I'm the plain villager. I'm the one single plain villager.
Don't lie to me, George.
I'm not lying
Victoria,
to you.
what are you?
Promise 100. No.
Okay.
I'm the plain
No.
villager, so George is not saying the truth.
Bobby, what are you?
I'm a bodyguard. I
Doesn't
think
add up. Doesn't add up.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't add up, but I think it's Timothy and George because between I mean, the 3 of us are claiming bodyguard, and based on something that we're not supposed to talk about, I doubt that it's you, Lucas. So that leaves for me Timothy in that group, and between Victoria and George, based on what Jesse said first day.
I know I'm a bodyguard, and Lucas, are you a bodyguard or are you claiming plain villager?
Nope, bodyguard.
Then I'm 100% think that Barbie is a werewolf because all 3 of us cannot be bodyguards, and I know I am.
Me and George can't both be villagers either,
Yes.
and I don't trust you, Timothy, either. I really think it's between, like, it's you and George.
What I will
I
say
trust
is my
Timothy more than Barbie.
as my one, like, I know this. We've got this thing from round 1 with Jesse, because that's how I read it as well. As Jesse saying that he was a seer who checked Victoria. I will say that if Jesse is right and he did check Victoria and he did get the thumbs up, I think she must be the wolf seer.
Why would I have let? If I was that, why would I have let the no kill? Well, technically there was a kill, but there should have been 2 kills one night.
I don't know. Is the only explanation I've got.
Like, there's absolutely no good reasoning for that at all.
Well, we got to get this one right because
Yes,
right now
we have to kill a wolf. No.
Well, statistically, I don't know why we're so trusting of Lucas. Like, I trust you too, Lucas, but like statistically between me and George, there's a 50-50, whereas between the 3 of you, there's like 30%. So I think it should be between me and George.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
And I think that it is George, because obviously.
Oh, Jesse.
We're gonna. It's me, guys.
I mean, we're in a fine position. If we kill the wrong villager because Victoria is a wolf, then we can all blame Jesse. Because we all understood that he cleared Victoria. So I'm fine with nominating George. It's on Jesse.
Oh no.
I nominate George.
The fact that you two agree about that makes me think it's not George at all.
Here's my thoughts: is we can nominate George and then Victoria, and then come back to the one that we think for the third one.
Yeah, that's true.
Was that a second from you, Timothy?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So, Lucas, do you want to give any more reasons?
I blame Jesse.
Okay. George, your defense.
I don't know what I can say. I think this is truly my penance for causing the disruption in the last game. I think I'm a sole defenseless villager surrounded by useless bodyguards and 2 werewolves. I don't know what's going on. I'm scared and I'm alone. It's dark outside. Okay, it's dark. It's so dark. Just kill me and put me out of my misery.
Oh, I like that defense.
Okay, voting for George. Up to keep alive, down to kill. 3, 2, 1, vote. Okay, 1 down. That's not enough.
Also, Barbie, in case you're trying to throw sus on Timothy and me, we both claiming bodyguard, and we cannot both be the wolves. So
I know that's what's freaking me out, but you're both going after the same person. Like you have to have a different opinion. In my
Lucas and I can't nominate this time. Barbie, I think we should now nominate Victoria, and then we can come back to somebody on the third one.
I agree with that.
Nominate me.
Come on, if you said it's between me and you. Like, I think we just said that we both get nominated.
I agree.
I'll nominate Victoria.
George nominates Victoria. Is there a second?
I seconded last time. I can't.
Yeah, you can't.
It's up to you, Barbie. Oh, this is going to show a lot.
Like,
if you don't second this, Barbie, then you're the wolf.
I've made my defense already.
Just look at the way Barbie's not seconding this.
Second Barbie if she don't second this.
I'm sorry. What's happening right now?
You need to second George nomination.
Okay.
Keep Barbie
for
seconds.
Victoria, right? We are doing
Victoria. Yeah, correct. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to give any reasons, George?
Well, we're both claiming plain villager. That can't be right based on numbers. So if we, I assume we've got the numbers right. I presume we've got 2 werewolves, 2 bodyguards, 1 villager. So if that's the math, then we can't both be the villager. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. Thank you very much, George. Victoria, do you want to give a defense?
I know that it can't be George. It has to be George because there can't be 2 villagers at this point. So it has to be George.
Okay. I like that one, short and sweet. Right. And 3, ups, keep life, down to kill. You know the score. 3, 2, 1, vote. Okay, 1 down.
Man, I'm really suspecting Barbie right now because she was almost forced to do that second. Really didn't want to do it.
I wasn't clear on who was being nominated right now, but yeah, but I think I agreed with your reasoning at least to nominate George first and then Victoria and then go back to.
So,
whoever.
Hey, Luke, do we want to nominate Barbie or either George or Victoria?
I don't really trust. Like, I don't think it makes sense to not kill me or George at this point.
Yeah, I agree 100 until what just happened.
I can
problem
see
is-
Timothy's point because Timothy trusts me completely. So he
I
knows Barbie is not the bodyguard.
Why
Correct.
does he trust you completely though?
I don't know.
understand.
I just do this time, and if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I know I'm a
Yeah,
bodyguard.
sometimes it's a gut, isn't it?
The
I mean,
problem is,
I'm in a fine position that both Barbie and Timothy believe me. So. But yeah, concerning George and Victoria.
I'm scared I'm going to get it wrong between George and Victoria because I don't have a read, and even though it's 50-50,
Yes,
I'm nominating Barbie. I'm nominating Barbie.
George nominates Barbie.
no. This is the
Lucas seconds.
Oh,
Do you want to give
no.
any more
This
reasons,
isn't-
Timothy?
My reason is I trust Lucas, and that means Barbie would have to be the werewolf. If Barbie's good, we lose, and I was fooled by Lucas, and good game, Lucas. That's all I can say.
Hey, Barbie, your defense.
it was a mistake to not just nominate Timothy because I knew that it was him. It had to be him because
Nope.
of what I did in the night. I was pretty certain that it wasn't Lucas, and I am not sure between George and Victoria because Timothy was going like I was sure that Victoria was the villager and George was the wolf, but then when Timothy was nominating George, I got really thrown by that. So that's kind of what gave me pause there. But yeah, we lose if you kill me. But I don't know what else to say about this. Don't kill me.
Oh,
we
man,
still
you're
have a
making-
shot in the night if you don't.
Okay, thank you. I'll mute you all because it is the last vote of the day. Up to keep alive, down to kill. 3, 2, 1, vote. Okay, we have 4 votes down, which is enough to kill. Barbie was a werewolf. Okay. Werewolves, you now get 2 kills tonight. All right. First of all, then. So everyone's asleep. Yep, good. Well done, everybody. Please could my Schlawiner bodyguard number 1 wake up? Okay, thank you very much. Bodyguard number 1. And my Schlawiner bodyguard number 2, please wake up. Okay, thank you very much. And my Tutor bodyguard number 1, please. Okay, thank you very much. Am I to talk bodyguard number 2? Okay, thank you. And my werewolf spy. These are the names of the people who have been targeted. Okay, thank you, werewolf spy. And werewolves, please wake up. Werewolves, the names of 2 people who you would like to kill. Okay, thank you very much. And werewolf spy, would you like to wake up again? And would you like to actually protect either of those people or not? Okay, thank you very much. Go back to sleep. And finally, Seer. Who would you like to find out about? Prove that you are useful. Okay. Thumbs up, you are vaguely useful. Thumbs down, you are totally useless. Thank you very much, Seer. Go back to sleep. And everybody wake up. Okay, so
One
last
protect,
night.
one protect, one protect.
Lucas was killed.
Oh no, 2 kills.
And Timothy was killed. That
GG.
smile will be
GG.
even.
Good job, Victoria.
That smile will be even bigger, Victoria, when you realise who the bodyguards protected last night. They both protected you.
I told you,
Jesse,
Jesse.
the minion helped us.
I didn't. You guys.
No, Jesse, no worries. No. We don't blame you.
Lucas, I was just going to say, Lucas, I assume that the night before you protected me and I had protected you.
Yes.
We can't protect each other, so it was just bad luck.
Yeah, I totally
it wouldn't
suspected
have
that.
It wouldn't have mattered if you both protected me because she killed you and both of you. Yeah.
Lucas,
No, but we
Lucas
needed to be able to protect the body.
Barbie, right?
No, I protected Timothy.
Someone protected me.
No, you protected Barbie, Lucas.
Someone protected me because I saw that.
The previous night you protected
put up on
Barbie
the-
and Tim protected
Chris
Lucas.
protected
I
Barbie.
protected Barbie at one point, yes.
Yeah,
Chris protected
we'll see.
Barbie.
Oh, Chris. Oh.
No. I
Okay.
had my protects correct.
Right, I will meet you all and explain what happened. Yeah, that was interesting. Okay, so your playing villagers were Jerry and George. Poor old George, just nobody believed him at the end. Your seer was Jesse, who night one, I forgot to write it down, but I think you checked Jerry on night 0. Jesse, who did you check on night 0?
Chris,
sorry, yeah, you got Chris and you got a thumbs
I
down.
was a useless seer.
Yeah, and then night 1, checked Timothy and got nothing on there. But yeah, that's 2 clear villagers. Then the werewolves were Victoria, Flick, and the werewolf scout was Barbie. I agree, Lucas. I don't know why you would protect, but I put that in there, so I just carried on saying it. It's entirely right. Night 1, Lucas the S1 protected Jesse, Chris the S2 protected Jerry, Tim the T1 protected Flick, and then Luciana the T2 protected Jesse, which meant there were 2 rival bodyguards protecting Jesse. So when the werewolves tried to kill Jesse, it worked, which is why that happened. So Luciana and Lucas, you think alike too much. Then the next night, Lucas protected Chris protected Victoria, and Timothy protected George, and Luciana protected Lucas. She successfully protected Lucas, so she was the only person to have a successful bodyguard defense. So if the werewolves had been killed, the Tatort would have won, but it didn't happen. However, she was also killed them. Night 3, as Lucas and Timothy said, they protected each other. Chris protected Barbie, and the werewolves killed Chris. And then night 4, Lucas protected Victoria, Timothy protected Victoria, and Victoria killed Lucas and Timothy for the win there. There we go. And that's your game.
Oh, and I messed up that night. We got 2 kills because I wanted to kill Luciana because I figured she would be a bodyguard. And then Victoria held up both Lucas and Luciana. And then I was just like, yeah, let's kill Luciana. And then Simon was also, oh, okay, go to bed. And I was going to put up a second, but then like the moment had
that's
gone.
That makes sense.
Sorry.
I would have
Sorry,
definitely
that
put
was
it
on me.
down. If you said someone else, I would have let go of Lucas because I just knew that he was pretty cleared in people's minds, but I would have let it go because I assumed that I knew I wasn't the spy wolf.
The sad
Yeah,
thing
like
is that in the
Sorry, go on, Chris.
Go ahead.
The sad thing is that in the night Jesse that I almost protected him, and the night Luciana that I almost protected her as well. So I had, but instead I protected wolves. That's great.
Actually, yeah. 2 out of your 3 people you protected, Chris, were wolves. Yes.
Hey, George, I was just going to say, don't read it too much into the fact that I protected Victoria that last night, because I knew the wolf was going to come after me and Lucas, and I was praying that Lucas had not protected me the night before.
Yeah, same. I was like,
he was
please,
please,
to be honest with you, I was the one that pushed. I was the one on day 1. I was the one after Jesse died. I was the one who pushed the idea that he was protecting or suggesting Victoria was good. So I dug my own grave effectively.
Yeah.
So.
Me and Lucas
Flick was right. It was just meta from previous games.
Yeah.
Chris. I just was like,
just
Victoria's
bad luck,
been wrong about
Timothy.
me a couple times in a row.
We trusted each other so good that we protected each other, but the wrong night.
Well, I was afraid if I died, people would go after Victoria just for that reason. But like in my brain, it's happened a lot where we're both villagers and had suspected each other. So I was like, don't go after her for only that reason. and Chris had like no suspicion on her at all. And I was trying to kind of not come out as the seer. So I felt like if I said I trust Chris, like that would have looked so suspicious because she didn't come up at all, and like there was no reason to trust her.
If we got to the final four and you managed to protect each other and no one had died, who would you vote? Would you vote to kill me still or Victoria?
It really was a 50-50. I was going to decide on the last day,
Yeah.
George. So you had a much better defense than Victoria.
Yeah.
But I have horrible social reads. That's why I didn't give it too much value, but it was still a
Me too.
50-50.
Yeah, I agree with Lucas. And once I knew it was going to be 50-50 between George and Victoria, I didn't want to screw up the 50-50 that night. I thought we can go for 50-50 tomorrow because I trust Lucas and it has to be Barbie. And then it was just bad luck that we had protected each other the night before.
I was trying to say that basically because from my perspective, George had to be bad if I was good, then it would make like, why would I want to kill one of the three of you if I knew that this person had to be bad?
I was with you. I was right there with you. Yeah.
No, you played it right, Victoria.
It took so much effort. I like consciously was like, I knew that I just like been pretty aggressive the game before. So I was like, you need to be aggressive or it won't be suspicious. And I'm not usually aggressive as a werewolf. It was a lot of work.
No, you played it.
The other thing too, because
It's Werewolf.
She doesn't play a wolf like that. Like that's part of the reason I was like, I don't suspect, like wasn't suspicious of Victoria.
Yeah, but neither does George. George, in my opinion, played a very good villager the last 2 days. First is typical George, you know. I don't care if you kill me.
You could have killed me. I know you killed me early.
But the last two you were really fighting for your life, George. And I was
trying. I was actually trying last few days.
That's why Timothy and me went for Barbie instead of a 50-50 between you two.
Yeah.
Victoria, the strategy really worked because yesterday we had a few games where she went hard against Jesse and they were both good and it felt like the exact same. And I also knew that she was usually quieter when she's a wolf, so she fought me really good there.
Yeah, the game now that I'm thinking about it, the game was over before it was over because had me and Lucas killed George, we lose. Had we killed Victoria, we'd have lost too because Barbie would have went after me. I mean, we were done for no matter what.
Barbie wouldn't have gone after you and Lucas because Barbie would have to go after George because she needed.
I would see who they protect. So when I see who they protect,
Barbie
I
just
can
ends
choose
the game,
who I want.
Ends the game,
So.
Well,
we
only
had
thing
lost.
if they had, the only thing that could have saved you this time is if one of you had chosen to protect George. That's the only thing you could have done.
I mean, it almost felt a bit like cheating to see who people protect to then pick off who they don't.
I know.
Protect.
That's why I told Simon it's. I don't think.
Had we been able to protect ourselves, then we win.
I was like, oh yes, we killed Flick, the very first wolf, and who was probably the wolf scout. So I think, maybe the village has a fighting chance. But no.
I understand. Like you can't protect yourself 2 nights in a row because you can't protect anybody 2 nights in a row. But not protecting yourself ever kind of puts you in a bad spot there at the end. If you had protected the other body, I mean, it put us in a no-win situation.
So the problem is the wolves, if you and Lucas trusted each other so much, the wolves would have never been able to kill you because Lucas would have protected you, then he would have protected himself.
Well, that's true. Because then you get in a loop.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, with so few people is if you don't have the information from the spy wolf, then you anyway are tapping so much in the dark and there's so high chances that you don't hit someone who is not protected. It's really hard. Actually, it's very swingy whether or not you still have the spy wolf in the game because with the spy wolf it's super powerful. Without it, it's really, really hard to hit anybody in the night.
And I guess it ended up being pretty balanced because the first game, the village won. And this time the werewolves won, so that's a small sample size, but it seemed to be fairly balanced.
Yeah,
I think Lucas, were you actually on the same team though? You guys never thought about the fact that you could be on the opposite teams as
Bodyguards.
Bodyguards.
Were on opposite.
We were on opposite teams, but I never had the time. You know, I had to kill wolves. I cannot kill the other bodyguard.
It's like Romeo and Juliet situation.
Who was my team? Luciana. Luciana, was you on the T team? The T bodyguard.
This was mine.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Who was on my team as well?
Timothy was.
Oh yeah, it was you. Yeah.
What do you think worked better, Simon, in terms of game 1 or game 2?
Yeah, I was a bit surprised that no one protected me because I nominated Flick and she turned out to be a wolf.
I didn't think anyone was going to kill you, Luciano.
I think
I thought because I mentioned Victoria and Flick, so.
Oh, I was pretty
maybe-
confident the next to die.
I just felt the fact that you nominated her would exonerate you so much. And I also thought, based on who was protected the night before, that you were one of the bodyguards. So I was very determined to take you out. And then when I saw that your name didn't come up, I was like, great,